being a mother and just doing me. I mean, the growth come in as I go.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. How old is your kids now?
I got a 13 going on 14.
You got a 13
And I
year
got
old.
a 6 and I got a 1 years old.
You got a 1-year-old? Oh my God, I have a 1-year-old. So it's a boy or
What you
girl?
jumping for?
All girls.
Oh, we haven't started.
No, I'm gonna jump in and saying like you jumped because she got a 1-year-old. Like you all got that at home too.
That one was like, damn. No, because she just came I just came from work. I got put my clothes on. I ain't got no 1-year-old at home. That's the energy it's giving. I'm over here struggling to put my wig on. Trying to get my life together.
Mother has a journey.
Is she over here just chill? Like,
Yeah.
I'm used to this.
How many kids you got though? You're like you have babies though. You're like
No, I have 1 and a 10.
Oh, you did it before.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Well, you got a 16-year-old. At a certain point, you kind of like, not to say you stop caring, you care,
Right.
but like you
At
like
this point, I don't even think.
yeah, you like
Yeah.
the
You just do
strength
your
you have
thing.
on
I'm
you.
just relaxed.
All right, we're about to start.
So
Y'all
the
ready?
14, yeah.
Y'all ready? Hello. Should we go, Watts? Hello. Welcome back to another special episode of In the Fries. We are kicking off Women History Month strong. I have my co-host Smitty here with me. She's looking like money in green.
Okay.
The guys did not come again, but the girls are holding it down. We have a really special guest here today. Her name is Small Ma in the Liberian community. That's how we know her. But her real name is Klubo. I went to school with her. So I kind of know her, but I don't know her too well. She is a mother. I like to say that, like Kiki Palmer. She's a mother. She is a nurse. She's a wife. She's a hairstylist. She is a fashionista. She is multifaceted. You do so much. And I really wanted to have you here because I feel like you're one of those people that's very versed in the Liberian community over the years. You have done so much. And I love your growth from when I knew you in high school to the person that you are right now. And I really just wanted to have a conversation with you, catch up and kiki and give you your flowers. So we open up the floor to Small Ma. Welcome.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me here.
Fabulous.
So when I got the phone call that Love wanted me to come to the interview, I was happy because I'm always here to support others. That's one thing about me. So whatever it takes for me to go and support anybody, because when I do stuff, I want that same support to me. So I was happy when I got the call. I had to rearrange my schedule, ask somebody else to work because I had to do this for somebody, she's doing good and I like the little in the fries thing that's going on. So I had to make a way for him to come here today.
Thank you. We can't have the In the Fries Liberian series without having Small Ma, the original In the Fries.
The fries
if you know, you know.
The fries itself.
The fries itself. Small Ma is the fries itself. So let's get started, right? I want to talk about how I know you. I know you from school. We used to go to high school together.
Yeah.
That's how I knew you. I'm just going to say it the way that I saw it. And then please just interpret it the way it was. For me, right, growing up when I saw you, you were always like the troublemaker. I just want to keep it 100.
Yeah, I would have been best friends with you, by the way.
I feel like you guys would have been. I feel like you guys would have been such great friends. Honestly, you was the troublemaker. You were always into some type of mess.
Somebody gotta do it.
But you were always doing a lot, though. I would definitely give you that. You used to do your fashion show. You was doing hair. You were always, despite the mess, you were always doing a lot, right?
Yes.
And the reason I really wanted to sit down with you because I wanted to have this conversation because I'm someone that's very by the book. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you buy the book, you feel like your way is always the right way. But now that I'm older, I look at it, I'm like, you know what? Even though she wasn't doing things the way that I would do things, but I love that. Right. I admire that. And I appreciate that. And I think as women, we need to learn how to appreciate everyone in their own different lane.
Right.
Just because I decided to be pastor daughter, nobody asked me to be, doesn't mean I should judge you for your life choices. So tell us about your upbringing, all the things that you used to do or you used to get into. Give us a little snippet.
Well, you all know me as Small Mom. I grew up in Trenton, New Jersey. You have to be tough-skinned to grow up from where I was.
Yeah.
So coming up in Trenton, New Jersey, I was very outspoken.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people look at it as a disrespect, but for me, I was fighting for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you come across me the right way, or we gonna have a problem. And I ain't had no pics. To be honest, I ain't had no pics. I don't care who you was. Watch how you talk to me.
That accent coming out.
She demand that respect.
Like, just respect me and I respect you, Not everybody I cross and not everybody cross me.
Right.
But growing up in Trenton, I was one of the person, I've been there for I don't know how many years, 20-something years. So I'm
You look
very,
young. Very, very young.
She do have a young face.
You look 27.
So I was really like popular in Trenton and still is.
Still is, period.
So I have to hold my ground and I had to tell them like, listen, I run this city.
Ooh, yeah.
I need tea. I need real tea. I don't know
she
nothing.
knows nothing. She's like, you gotta spill the tea.
Yeah, give me one little. I'm sorry to jump in, but give me one little example of someone you set up, like set in their place.
Oh, I set a lot of people in that place.
Oh, she was a fight. I did not want to cross her path.
In that place.
But that's good that she had that. Like, I'm not
I had to like.
You have to have that boundary.
I had to fight for my respect.
Yeah.
Like just because I think a lot of people reacted to me because of my name. So when they hear small mom, so I guess they have to treat me certain type of way because of my name. But I had to get my respect one way or the other.
Girl.
And
you
I sure
got it.
did. Yeah, but anyway, I was in school. I always been to like fashion shows and stuff. Me, I was the troublemaker, like she said. But it wasn't like causing trouble, going to jail, doing like the worst. No, it was just like, I'm gonna be on the soccer field, you mess with me, I'm gonna
F you up.
Yes, I'm gonna get you, stuff like that. But it wasn't like, when some kids say like I was bad, I went to jail, No, none of that. I was just like
too cute.
I was so, I don't know, I was so hyper. Like you can't step on my toes and go. You have to explain why.
Why you did
that.
Like
why did you just step on my feet and go? So because of that, a lot of people knew me. And as the time go by, I was always like traveling, getting to know like my nearby city, and everybody got to know me. I was doing the good and I was doing the bad. So the good was overtaking the bad most of the time. And I may fight with you, but I'm the type of person I don't keep nothing in mind for nobody. I will fight with somebody today, and then next week, I'm talking to that person like nothing happened. And it's either you pick. You want your hair done? Or you want to be for me?
Like, I think some
people used to do hair too.
Yeah, so you want to look cute or you want to you want
me? Right.
I think people are allowed to have their differences, and I think people like with men can fight. 2 minutes later, they're best friends, and it's no problem. When women fight, you got to be my enemy till death, and I hate that.
I can't do that.
I don't want to fight you.
Even if we fight, like let's get over it. We fought
That's
already.
What I fought you for.
Yeah,
we fought already.
Let's get over it. Let's move on to something else. So I was just that type of girl. I really didn't care about,
So when you say you think you were just having fun?
I would say I was just in my teens. I was just being a teenager.
You're just living your life.
And to be honest, I'm glad that I had that part of my life because I don't miss out nothing. Like now I could just go to bed and say I want to sleep. Yeah. And I can just do that because trust me, I was aside.
You done it all. She's like, I done it all.
There's grown women who still like that mindset. And I will say, I was younger, I fought too, and I'm happy I got all that out of my system. Because now when I'm older, I'm like, I already know what the result of that is. Like, I'm about to crack all my nails right now. You're not even worth cracking my nails. Like, or I'm gonna catch this charge, or I gotta go deal with this. Are you really worthy of it?
And then I really like took the advantage over like being a minor because you get away with it.
You get away with it. Yeah.
So I was a crazy minor. I was just there, just.
So you have a 13-year-old, right?
Yes, I have a 13-year-old. So yes, she's a girl.
So if she behaved like you, right? Like when you were young, what would you say? Do you want her to be like you when you were young, or you want her to be different?
I mean, I don't want people to disrespect her. No. I want her to know that, listen,
you gotta hold your own.
You know where I'm from. Like, don't play with me. Don't start. But my daughter, she's really not.
She's the opposite.
She's the opposite of me. She more like just want to make jokes and laugh, and just do funny things.
That's and
good. With me, I was like, I would be talking, and my friend would be like, "Oh, Mama, you so funny." Da 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 da. But in 2 seconds, the whole ship can flip. Like, you know, that's the type of teenager I was. I would just
because you're noticing what other people aren't noticing.
Yeah, and I just didn't like people. If you my friend, you gotta be my friend. Like,
people
don't try to be shady towards me. Once I peep it, then I'm gonna come approach you like straight
up. And when we
up.
were younger, we didn't know that like certain people are being shady. Like,
things
you did. Like, you know, how your mom said that person not your friend. Not everyone was.
My mom said somebody not your friend. I'd be like, what's she talking about? She don't even know they catch it.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
So, do you think you have any big regrets?
I don't think I have a big regrets because even though I was being a troublemaker, I had my mom. Like, my mom was very supportive. Like, you could call my mom. Yeah.
Literally that
You could call my mom and tell her I did the worst. The first thing my mom gonna tell you, no, my mom gonna tell you, wait, because even though I was a troublemaker, but I never lied to my mom. If I did something, and even if I commit the worst crime and my mom asks me, I'm gonna tell her, like, yes, I did this, I did that. So my mom knew me for that. So whatever you tell my mom I did, first thing she gonna tell you, let me talk to her first. She know I'm gonna be very honest. Listen, she gonna beat me, but I'm gonna still be honest. Cause I felt like I had to gain that trust from my mom to know that, yeah, my daughter didn't do that. She can't do that. And she said she didn't.
Right.
You know, even though I was causing trouble, but I needed my mom. I didn't care for nobody trust but my mom.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So if my mom trusts me, even to this day, it's still in me, like to this day, even if I have to leave a job and I call my mom, like, this job, and my mom was like, just quit. Like, I feel, even if my mom said quit, I feel like, okay, my mom said quit. Yeah, I'm going to quit, you know? Yeah. So my mom always been like my partner. And so whatever I was going through, whatever teenage, you know, that era I was in, fighting, and my mom never made me feel like, oh, you're so bad and I can do that. My mom was just like, oh, she's not like that. Somebody has to mess with her first, you know? So my mom was really a big support.
I love that because I always noticed that you and your mom had a really good relationship.
Yes,
right?
We did.
And I think growing up as African women or Liberian women, a lot of us don't have that. Right. If I went out there and did something and somebody told my mom, girl, she gonna come and drag me. Sometimes African parents, they don't even want to hear your side of the story. They don't even want to hear the side.
And then my mom is not, that's the only thing my mom, like, even if somebody be like, oh, your daughter was fighting on the soccer field. She said this with me and she said, my mom will be like, okay, let me just talk to her. I said, mama, listen. That woman, she needed that thing. I gave it to her. Like, you know, me and her would have that talk. Like, my mom would still be like, yeah, why you do that? And then I said, but when we go out, be like, mama, I play with her. I give it to her.
I feel like every fight I ever got into, I never got in trouble because my mother would just be like, nah, I know my daughter. Like, what
yeah.
Like,
you know,
did something to
I'll be in trouble before I get home. Even though
it was like that, I always make sure like you have to start with me because I need that excuse to tell my mom like she did this. That's why I did that.
Because I can't be the antagonizer. I can't be the
one to be like, but why you have to do that to her? Mm-hmm. So if I provoke you and you hit me, then I can tell my mom. She hit me, so I had to defend myself. You know?
With me, I didn't have to provoke them. I'd hate confrontation. So I'm like the opposite of you. I did not like confrontation. But if confrontation came to my door, I happily met it.
Oh. So do you guys think being immigrants, right, and being Liberian women and coming from another country, looking back on the fighting and the things you did now, do you feel like there's some things you could have did differently? Because there's a lot of things. Your life turned out completely different, right? And now a lot of people get that opportunity. You can fight someone, then you end up in jail. Mm-hmm. You fight someone, the person die or something happened. Do you look back now, or when you talk to your kids, you say, oh, certain things don't do it, because there's some things you do you can't really come back from. And I'm speaking that from experience because I have a lot of cousins, you know, boys, then women, we can fight with our hands. Boys, then they be doing a little too much. So I have a lot of cousins that did some things that ended up in jail and then got deported. And, you know, being immigrants, you wasn't born here, right? We're born in Liberia. Being immigrant, being here, our parents are like, okay, I brought you here to go to school. I brought you here to do this. I brought you here to do that. You shouldn't be doing all of those.
Right.
Any regret when it comes to that aspect, or any little advice you give your daughter, or if you go back and talk to small ma back in the day, what would you say to her? If I go back
to talk to like the little me, I would just be like, just chill. Because it's really don't worth it at the end of the day. We was fighting for nothing.
Right.
People are going to respect you if they want to respect you. You don't have to fight for it.
Right.
You know, that's why I would tell myself. Like, I think now you gain more respect by just walking away.
Yes, definitely.
That's how I look at it. But I was taking it by force. And even though it was working a little bit, but I wouldn't do that again. Like, I wouldn't.
More natural process.
Yeah, I would just let it like sit in and just
So growing up in the Liberian community, right? What are some of the things that you learn about Liberian women as a whole? Because I think there's a lot of, I don't want to say
stereotypes.
There's a lot of stereotypes. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of things surrounding us as Liberian women. So do you think we can support each other more? We can learn to be better friends. What can we do as Liberian women to be better towards each other? Or what have you seen that we lacking in that community?
I just think
I feel like no all the Liberian girls there.
Yeah. I just think with the support with Liberian girls, they will support you to the extent. They will support you till, yet they will support you till you can be better than them. That's the whole problem.
Okay.
They will show you everything.
There's a saying that say, I want to see you do good, but not better than me.
But they forget to know that we can all just win together.
Yeah.
It's enough out there for everybody.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, oh, I'm not going to. If I don't you not supporting me doesn't stop me from doing what I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm going to keep going to prove you wrong. So
actually, that's going to make me go harder.
Yes. a lot of Liberians, they don't. Even when I did, for example, I did had a beauty salon. I opened like a Bico shop. I went to hair school, got my license and everything. So I opened a salon and I just wanted people to just work. Like just come in and work. But the ego people had was, I'm working for small mom.
They don't want to work for you,
Yeah. By the end of the day, you're not working for me. You're working for yourself. We're just in a space together.
Yeah.
And being that I have the license and I can cover everybody, we can all just make it great. But they just didn't want that. They'd rather just do it in the house and charge less instead of coming to a shop and looking more professional.
And I think that's what we really have to work on changing in the Liberian community, that collaborative effort.
Yes.
We don't have that. We don't like working together. It's like I want to have my own thing.
It's a statement that every time Liberian people work together, it's going to end up in a drama.
Yeah, but we have to change that mindset, right? Because it's like, if I'm saying, oh, instead of me and Smitty being on this podcast, I'd rather have my own podcast.
Right.
Then how can we grow together? Because if we do it together, we can do it better. Right. And two people are definitely better than one, or three people are better than one.
You guys do it is better, right?
Right.
If I have an idea, I don't have a podcast. I could why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?
But we don't never share ideas like that, right? It's like, I want to keep my own idea.
Yeah, I want to keep my own idea. And then next thing you know, I want to start doing my own thing and be like, oh, she don't do this, but I do that. And then start comparing.
So I think as women now, or as African women, Liberian women, we really got to work on doing better in that, because that's the only way we can push the culture, right?
Right.
That's the only reason we can push each other. Because if I'm somewhere, it's like, oh, that girl is Liberian, I'm Liberian. That's how the Nigerian people do it.
No matter how we take it, if I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see like a Liberian doing something, I may not even tell her, but it's like a feeling comes to me, like I'm proud.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Go ahead.
Like
pushing our country.
I think like 2 days ago, there's a girl on Facebook live in Liberia doing her thing. And I just love what she do. Like she do hair, she do makeup. And I inbox her and I just like, I love you. I love what you're doing.
We need to do more of that.
If you need any help, I'm free. Just ask me whatever you need. If you need something, I got you. Cause I love what she do. She was 21 years old?
Yeah.
And she's doing really good.
And sometimes when people receive that message, they don't think it's genuine because we're not used to receiving that, right?
So now it's like when you think someone wants something.
You think the person wants something from you. So we need to break that barrier where as women, we can be there for each other. Like I'm at the space where I'm old enough to be like, small mom, when you're growing up, you were a mess. Yes. But now that I'm older, I can say, girl, you was out there hustling. You were always doing something. You weren't lazy. I can never say you was lazy. That's one thing I can never say about you. You was doing what you need to do, and I'm giving you your flowers. You're a hardworking Liberian woman. You're out here killing it. I mean, you didn't do it the way that I would have did it, but that's okay because everybody can be the same. If we all exactly the same, how is the world going to be?
It's not.
If everybody was like me, we'll never have airplane because I'm afraid of flying and I won't be able to build planes. So we need all of us to contribute.
And plus, too, I think your past make you great sometimes. It will make you, it will break you. It depends how you go about it. Yeah. So at a certain point, I was like, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
I had to just flip the script and just start doing something else because the credit I want, I have the credits already. So what am I fighting for again?
Yes.
And, speaking on her not being lazy, it came to my attention you did work with the Liberian entertainment community. Can you tell me about your experience with that?
Oh, when I first brought the Miss Hollywood Hair and Fashion Show, me and Jay Bay is going to bring back up this year.
Okay, he's not even here. Where's Biz?
And he's not here.
It's
in
not
the pipe.
here.
We're trying to bring back the Miss Hollywood Hair and Fashion Show.
Okay.
So when I started my fashion show, it wasn't about the money. It was about getting Liberian people that people don't know to get to know them. I heard about Mary Love. Well, I didn't hear about her. I seen 1 or 2 videos. I'm like, oh, she could be a good host. Even though that was like her really first gig of doing it, but that was my first time too doing a big fashion show like this. And then I got the seamstress, which it was her first. So most people on the show was their first. It was their first everything. It was her first show. It was my first big show. Because I did little shows, but not like that. And then it was Mary Love first. So we all had that connection like, yeah, you nervous? Yeah, I'm nervous too. By the end of the day, I knew that we could put it off.
Yeah, came together.
And we can do it as girls. Like, this is girl power right here.
Yeah.
This your first time. You never really make clothes for all these people. And you never really host it for all these people. So let's just get together. And during my fashion show, I never went for the people that was already known. I always went for the ones that was trying to come up and need to be seen. So I went there. I'm like, listen, come on board. Let's do this together. And I got you. So that's how we just, I work with Mary Love. It was very nice working with her. I love it so much. Because then a lot of people like, oh, Mary Love everywhere. And then that make me proud too. Like, okay, Mary Love, I see you doing your thing. This is what that was my goals, Once I said, come on, let's go. And then everybody get to know Mary Love. And I be so proud when I see her do all this video. I always watch her stuff, try to every time I say, I be like, yeah. People be like, Mary Love. I just look at them like, yes. I know Mary Love.
Issa Rae used to, she had an interview, she said, you got to stop reaching up. You got to reach around.
Yes.
You got to, the people who are as hungry as you are the people you need to be working with, because those are the people who are going to be as ambitious. They're going to actually want to do it versus the people who are up or the people who are down. They're not reaching you at eye level to see what the actual end game is. So, yeah.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because that was the whole point of this Women History Month series on the podcast, because a lot of the time we have men here, and I wanted us to have some Liberian women, right? Liberian women in our community. Even though I'm gonna public plug some of the Liberian women, because we really struggle to get Liberian women.
I'll public plug the little
we be bluffing. Oh my God, we be bluffing. The struggle to get these Liberian girls on the show, and I'm like, okay, if we're doing something within our community to uplift and help each other, and you can come and tell your story, and you can shine light, and you can be an inspiration to somebody, so we can show Liberian women in a positive light, right? Yeah. Because all the things on Facebook is women fighting, women cursing. Yeah. Why can't we show each other in a positive light? But it's like, you can't even get anybody to come on here.
The sad part is that even if you do a show like this, to get them to even share it.
Nobody want to share it. If we were fighting, if you came on the show and
and be like,
you're pulling my wig.
Everywhere.
We'll be everywhere.
We really got to change that if we want to push all the things that we're doing, and we want to show us in a good light. They said there's not a lot of good Liberian women. There's a lot of us.
It's a lot of good Liberian women.
There's a lot of us. They just don't see us. My first time meeting Marcy today, and I didn't know her. She's an artist. This is all of her work.
That's great.
She's giving me
so we need that. So at least when you're having your show, you know different people that we can reach out to, because we already now built this network of amazing women that are doing great things. So I want to give you a flower and appreciate you so much for taking the time, driving, finding someone to cover your shift, getting a sitter for your children, and coming here, because we could not. Liberian women, you really got to do better. you really got to do better. Well, public fuck, y'all need to do better.
Yes, we definitely have
public
to.
Fucking, who you fucking today?
We got a public fuck.
If I just say who I'm public fucking is.
Say it. Give us fire.
We want the tea.
The show is called In the Fries.
We in the fries, though. We been keeping it cute, but we still in the fries.
I'm a just
public fuck a couple of them, because they need.
Drop the name.
But listen, it's so many. I would say that because, everybody have that moment. But it's so many women on Facebook I want to flux so bad.
Wait, let me say this before you public flug them, right? Jay Ben said that, right? He said when we public flug them, it's out of love.
Yes.
We public flug you to get you
because I don't want nobody.
It's out of love.
Because I don't do that anymore.
He said, what did he call it? He said accountability. It's telling them.
It's constructive criticism in a way. It's allowing you to understand that.
They will not take it.
Yeah, it's not like
so, I'm going to just say a lot of Liberian ladies
on Facebook. They should get off the blue app.
She was flocking. The fucking I would get the little me. That's what I want to do.
That what you want to
I feel like when Facebook came out, a lot of people who are older were against social media, right?
It was.
And then we got further with Twitter, then we got further with Instagram. And then now we're at a place where social media is quite important into our lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So now these Omas and these women are on these Facebook.
Not an Uma.
I think these older ladies, they don't understand that the thing is, they think you only make money off of drama. And I really feel though like you could do something very positive and still make money. Mm-hmm. When I go through my Instagram and watch other girls from like other countries, it's not about drama. It's about somebody who know how to do makeup, somebody who know how to do hair, somebody who
they don't embarrass their communities. No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it like, oh, you want to make some money or you want to get a lot of views? Let's talk about this. And I've always been trying to like, even on TikTok. Yes, I'm on TikTok. I do a little nursing video on TikTok. I help a lot of people get into like nursing program. And
it's amazing.
I help people take their T's.
Oh,
yes.
Wow,
so I have helped so many girls get into nursing school, and I have crazy view on TikTok that I don't even like. I think at this other video I have, I'm almost at a million views.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
Yes. But I don't really, and a lot of people just keep inboxing me like, you need to do more, and you really need to do a lot. We love it. And when I get the message of, oh, thank you so much, like I got into nursing school, I've been trying, that really make me happy because
you get to help somebody.
Even though I am an LPN, but it's people who like BSN, nurse practitioner, and they're just it for themselves.
Yeah,
and
they're not helping
little
anymore.
old me that just have my little LPN.
LPN is not little. Yeah, how hard is to get that license, girl?
Don't do that.
Don't downplay your hard work.
So,
nope.
And my mom always say that.
Don't do it.
With that little, and that's the thing. Every time I know something, have something, I go to other females. Let's go. You can do it. You can do hair. You can do makeup. Even when I go to work, the CNAs, the young girls that young, I tell them, listen, you don't think you can be a nurse? I can help you. I can give you, we can study together on your break. You can go to school. I know a lot of nursing school. I can help you get into it. Sometimes it make people day just getting that information. Some people don't even know where to start. They do want to do better for themselves, but they don't know where to start.
And there's a lot of people in our Liberian community, so I'm so glad that you said that, right? That want to do better.
Yes.
But they don't know where to start. So
and
if we just get on Facebook and stop putting that information out instead of spiraling nonsense on the internet, then we can try to help people.
And all the females that inbox me on TikTok is not Liberian.
Because Liberian people are too proud to ask for help. They're too proud.
And mind you, I'm right next door to you if you want to know anything. So most of the females on TikTok are asking me questions and sharing all these thousands of views and people Liberian. Sharing this. They are not Liberian. They come and watch and scroll and go. Not even a like, not even nothing.
You see them in the profile views. Though.
Yeah. But then you know what? It shows me like, listen, you can't beat somebody into...
You can't beat the information into them.
Because when I started to turn my life around, nobody didn't beat me into it.
Yeah,
my mom, they ain't had to drag me into like, you got to do this, you got to do that.
You did it on your
set
own
myself
terms.
down. I'm like, listen, I'm having kids. At the end of the day, I need to have a future for my kids. Like, I need her to look up. No matter what people tell my daughter right now, like, your mom was so hard-headed when she was growing up. She doesn't see that. Like, I don't even think she can picture that right now. She just picture like, my mom.
Compliment your growth. Because we gave you an example to be messy. You were like, well, actually, I'm helping women. And I'm like, yes.
I love that. And I love that.
Yes, a lot of people. So even if people, like, explain, like, your mom was a hard-headed teenager, my daughter, she still wouldn't picture that because she like, what?
She see the woman that you are
now. My mom, she go to work, she come home, she do hair, she get her dressed, she take her something, she do what she do. So how can this person be so, like, terrible?
But growth is a possibility, and I'm thank you for coming on and showing us your growth. I'm sure
really
so many people are going to see
that.
this and not just be shocked, but happy to see you in this place as well.
Yes, and even if there's a girl that's out there that's in the space that you were in, that you were young, she can look at you now as a wife, as a mother, as a nurse, and say, I'm here now.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. And I even had my daughter when I was young. It's never too late. You just have to believe in yourself, know that you can do it. At the end of the day, when you want to do something, you're not doing it for anybody. You're doing it for yourself. When I decided to go to nursing school the first time.
I was in school with you. You remember?
When I decided to go the first time, honestly, I wasn't ready. I was still like trying to party and trying to do better. I knew I wanted better, but I couldn't just get that rhythm.
You didn't know what better was.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just know I wanted something for myself. So I did get into nursing school, but then I left. Because I felt like it wasn't for me. This is not me right here. So I'm going to just do what I like. So then I jumped into hair school. And it worked with me for that time being, you know. So I graduated and I got my cosmetology license. After a while, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give nursing a try again. And I don't know why. I just called my mom like, listen, I'm going to school. I'm ready to be a nurse. My mom was like, you sure? You know, you don't like none of that stuff. You don't like to see blood. You don't like to clean food. I said, I'm going to go. And I have a very, very, very supportive husband. And that's one thing.
That was going to be my next question.
Great, you have to have a supportive partner.
Yes.
He was very supportive of everything I wanted to do.
That's amazing.
He was like my backbone in nursing school. Like, he pushed me to where I am right now. And I'm very grateful for that. So without him, like, even at the point of nursing school, God, if you went to nursing school, you know,
well, you know
how difficult it is. Jesus, sometimes I want to pull my wig off. Like, I would get out of class and throw my wig out of my hair. Like, I'm tired of this thing. But then he always like, you know, it's not hard. Everything wasn't hard. And I always tell him, like, have you ever tried to go to nursing school? He's telling me it's not hard. Like, I would study the thing and then I go to class to take a test. And I don't know why I just studied. So
I love that so much.
He was very supportive. So with him being like by my side, I got through and I was so happy. Like, I can pull everything together, my hair, the nursing, and my kids. And I just like, pick what you want to be. I'm here to help you out. You want to be a cosmetologist? Yes. Go. You want to be a nurse? Let's go.
Thank you so much. We want to thank you so much for coming on here. And I'm so glad that you spoke so highly of your husband. Because in honor of Women's History Month, we need supportive men so we can be the great women that we are. So Liberian men, y'all need to step up.
It's not all Liberian men are bad.
Not all of them are bad. Definitely not.
They definitely have some good,
they need to step up and get it together. Yes.
But the mess is taking over the one.
The mess, the season with the Liberian women, the mess take over.
The mess is taking over.
Get it together. Thank you so much for being our guest. We love you and we wish you all the best. And we want to see all your wins. And we hope to have you back in the fries.
I will.
With more fries.
With more fries. Good fries.
Good
time around. No, all that bad fries is gone.
When we do our medical session, you can come back and tell all the girlies how they can get that.
Oh, sure. Yes, I would definitely love to come on that show to show people the way of the tease test, because that's the major problem right now.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you.
See, I wasn't out there, right? So you started, now you're into it, you were going. Watch you get a photo and then wrap it up with the last one. How you feel?
Oh, sweet, baby.
Right?
Yeah.
See, that's it. Your friend smiling.
And it's like, I'm saying one.